नमस्ते बिटियो खुश रहो बिटियो Today's topic is posology and homeopathy part 2. The responsible factor determining the susceptibility. Today we are discuss about the factors. These are age, sex, habit and environment, temperament and constitution, nature and depth of disease, structural changes, various passions, vitality, mental and physical reactions to environment. Age. Susceptibility is maximum in child, decreases as age progresses in youth and then at an increased pace till death. It is nil in a dead person. Child and young adults requires high potency as there is no wear and tear of organ and tissues. But in old age, susceptibility becomes gradually low due to wear and tear as well as different degenerative changes, so they are generally requires low or medium potency. Sex. Females in villages are usually less exposed to mental stress and strain, worries and anxieties. Their nervous system are generally quiet in nature. So females having a moderate degree of susceptibility, they requires medium potencies. Males of irritable sensitive nature having higher susceptibility and require high potencies. Habit and environment. Higher potencies are best suitable to person engaged in highly intellectual and mental occupation. For example, doctors, lawyers, ministers, etc. Person who suffers from bad effects of excitement, from imagination and emotions. Those who have sedentary life. Person who sleep long and an effeminate life and give lower potencies to person engaged in physical labor without much mental exertion. Those he eat coarse food, suitable to person who get little sleep. Persons who are connected to a continually exposed of drugs, to liquor and tobacco workers and dealers. Person associated with druggists, perfumers and chemical workers, etc. Distillers and brewers are all connected with the liquor and tobacco trades. Those who are idiotic, imbecile, deaf and dumb. But where there is illness directly caused by some particular drug influence, a higher potency of the same or similar drug may prove to be the best antidote. Next, temperament and constitution. According to Dr. Stuart Close, give higher potencies are best adapted to person sensitive individuals having a nervous sanguine choleric temperament, intellectual persons who are quick to act and react, jealous and impulsive persons, and lower potencies and frequent doses are adapted to torpid and phlegmatic individuals, dull of comprehension and slow to act, coarse fibered, sluggish individuals of gross habits, those who possess gross muscular power but who require an powerful stimulus to excite them. According to Dr. E. Wright, give medium potencies to oversensitive patients who proves any medicine given to them. They hence required medium and low potencies. Idiosyncratic persons are preferred medium potencies. Idiosyncratic patients are possess higher susceptibility but must not be given in high potency. In lower potencies but repeated at low interval. These are oversensitive patients. Sensitive patients will prove every remedy in higher potency and will fail to have their sickness cured. Such patients must be given the indicated drug, very low in third to 30th potency or in drop doses of tincture, as a single dose at a time with long intervals elapsing between doses in order to bring about curative action. In reference to A. H. Grimmer, idiosyncratic patients, they possess the higher susceptibility but must not to give in high potency. It is sufficient to inhale few globules of 30th potency only for few seconds. The dose may be repeated after 2 or 3, even 6 months if needed. Otherwise, these patients have no chance of cure. Next, nature and depth of disease. In acute disease, there is no structural changes in usually affected in such a case. Naturally, susceptibility of the patient remains higher, moreover, sudden onset, rapid progress, and more or less fixed duration of disease indicate higher susceptibility. For example, chickenpox, measles, influenza, whooping cough, meningitis, and common cold. They require high potency. In acute disease with lower vitality, in severe dehydration, for example, diarrhea, vomiting, shock, collapse, extreme prostration, severe bleeding, and typhoid, the patient requires low potencies in repeated doses to overcome. Here, preferable potencies are 3, 6, and 12, or maximum 30th potency. The acute manifestation of chronic diseases with gross organic changes, low or medium potency required. At the beginning of organic changes or in functional plane, there are higher potencies required. In chronic diseases, without gross organic changes, higher potencies act curative if given in single or repeated doses. For example, migraine, neuralgia, neurosis, and most of the paralysis. With gross organic changes, as susceptibility become gradually low because of long continuous suffering and organic changes. Low or medium potencies are required. In mental diseases, the susceptibility generally are very high, but high potencies are contradicted in the cases. To start with, because of the possibility of too violent aggravation. Difficult and incurable diseases. The patient of difficult and incurable diseases will avoid severe aggravation and get palliation of their symptoms and prolonging of their life if physician prescribes remedies of more superficial nature in the potencies not above 30th or 200, but in 50 millisiemen potency is the best for this purpose. Even the incurable case may return into curable stage after the use of successive potency in the scale. Next, seat of disease, where an important viscous, that is an internal organ has been considerably deteriorated. Material doses of the medicine are necessary to check it. For example, in ischemic heart disease, cactus mother tincture or spongia mother tincture doses of 10 to 15 drops may be used. Previous treatment of the disease. In the previous treatment of the disease, patients who have taken many crude drugs, even homeopathic or allopathy, they often required higher potency to their use. Next, stage and duration of disease. The disease process manifested in two stages, dynamic pathology and organic pathology. Dynamic pathology denotes the stage of the very beginning of the disease till structural changes starts. During this period, only functional disturbances are reflected. So the susceptibility of the patient are very high and must be treated with higher potency in single dose, and patient will turn from dynamic to organic pathology. On the other side, organic pathology denotes the stage from the beginning of the structural changes. The susceptibility of the patient gradually decreased, then patient should be treated with lower potencies. Primary manifestation of psoriasis and syphilis require high potencies in repeated and large doses. And in secondary manifestation of different miasmatic stages require medium or low potencies to start the treatment. Next, nature of medicine. Number 1, nosors. The nosors group of medicine should be administered in the higher potencies for its true effects. and some medicines are work best in low potency or in mother tinctures such as Crataegus in heart disease, Sabal cerulata in hypertrophy of prostate, and arsenic oil in influenza. With some remedies, their effect is well known. To vary the potency used, Hipersulf said to cure infection if used in high potency, early process in lower potency cured it has cured abscesses, teeth, and osteomyelitis of the jaw. Great care must be taken in the selection of potency of deep acting medicine in serious chronic diseases. Thank you. The next topic of posology part third, in which we will discuss about the types of doses. Thank you very much.